Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host on Teaching with Board Games, here today for a special episode where I'm not talking about games or gamification and all that. I'm simply doing a battle report, and I'm doing a battle report on the game Gaslands, which I had reviewed earlier this month. So sit back and relax and enjoy a battle report of Gaslands. So this video, just to be clear, is not going to be a how to play video from the sense of me going through all the rules explicitly and teaching it. It's going to be me just playing the game, and I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it to a degree. But really this battle report is assuming you have the knowledge of how to play the game, or could just enjoy watching the video for that. But like as I say, it's not a tutorial video, but may help you to understand how to play the game if you've read the rules or if you know how to play the game. Sometimes just seeing the game in action. Hopefully I get all the rules right here. I know that sometimes I'm a little bit... I missed something here or there, so if I do make some mistakes, please do leave me a message in the comment section below so I can make sure I do it right next time. Alright, so let's take a look at the teams that I'm bringing today. So I'm bringing two teams. One is Team Michigan and one is Team Slime. So Team Michigan is made up of two vehicles, a pickup truck named Cyclops and a car named Manticon. And so showing them on the screen here. Cyclops comes with two perks, Whiz Bang and Gyroscope, which gives him a free speed perk and a free daring perk at the start of the battle, but those are randomly determined. Cyclops also has a combat laser, which is on a 360-degree turret, so it can spin all around, see all the things around. Manticon is a car, no perks, has a minigun, which is front-facing, a ram, front-facing, and an experimental teleporter. When playing Michigan, I can't resist having some of those funky things, and you will see how that works in the game. And that is 50 cans for Michigan. So on to Team Slime. Team Slime is made up of two cars. So you've got the Meaner Wiener, which has a nitro booster, has side rams, a glue dropper, and an oil slick dropper. Then there's also Sloppy Joe, and Sloppy Joe is a car with rams in front and side, a minigun front facing. So altogether that is 50 points for Slime. So today I'll be playing a death race, your standards Gaslands mission, so let's just get right to the table and get racing. Alright, so here's the setup for today's race. The racers are starting here at the gate 1, which is also going to be the finish line. So they are crossing through here. They have to either go to the left or the right of these shipping containers here to make it to gate 2, which is when their weapons will activate. Come around, come to gate 3 this direction, as indicated by the arrows, and then thread the needle here through to come back to the finish line over here. I've rolled previously for the Whiz Bang and Gyroscope of Cyclops, so he's got time extended, which means at the end of a movement step in which this vehicle passes a race gate, he may remove any number of hazard tokens. The daring one was slippery, so when vehicles are making a smash attack against Cyclops, they suffer a penalty of -2 attack dice. Alright, so let's roll for pole position here. So actually, just quickly, these cars, so the one here with the ammo token, that's the nitro for Meaner Wiener, and these are their oil and glue templates. And so then this one here then is Sloppy Joe, because they're both cars, just to be clear on which one's which. So for Team Michigan, we have 2 shifts, and for Team Slime, we have 3 shifts. So Team Slime takes the initiative on pole position. So Team Slime is going to go ahead, and Meaner Wiener is going to choose not to use the nitro on the first turn, but would rather instead go for a medium straight. So medium straight on Meaner Wiener, like so. And roll the dice, and you get 3 shifts. Perfect. So with one more shift provided by the template, means it's going to go straight to, oh, that's the wrong vehicle. Going to go straight up to 3rd gear. Actually get them. Here, go up to 3rd gear with no hazards. Perfect. Cyclops, having lost that initiative, was hoping to maybe get around Meaner Wiener, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to do, yeah, we'll do a gentle turn here. A gentle turn, and trucks only have a handling of 2. That's no good. So we'll take a hazard to reroll both of those. Shift and a spin. So I've got another shift provided by the template. So I will cancel out the spin, and I'll take the 1 shift on the template to shift me up to 2nd gear, and take another hazard for that, which is probably what I should have just done in the first place rather than even rolling, because you don't have to roll if you don't want to. All right, so off we go, and then back to Sloppy Joe, who's just going to follow the leader here. And you know what? Yeah, take my own advice there. Move up, no dice rolled. Use the shift on the template to shift me up to 2nd gear. And take 1 hazard. And then Manticon is going to go medium straight, and it's going to roll. Okay, so we'll cancel the shift with that one, and then shift up safely to 2nd gear with the dice, with the template. And that is, whoops, this was gear 1, by the way. So now we're on to gear 2. Pole position maintained. It will be given up when Michigan crosses the line. So we will go with Meaner Wiener, obviously, because Sloppy Joe would ram Meaner Wiener if he even tried to move out of that. So Meaner Wiener is going to continue for 1 more medium straight at least here. So went there. Oh, actually pretty close to clipping the storage container, shipping container there. And I have no hazards. I'm in 3rd gear, so I can always choose to roll less than 3 if I want to. I'm only going to roll 2. Perfect. So I'm going to shift up to 4th gear, and I've got an extra shift from the template that I don't even need. So I still have no hazards. And move forward there. These spiky bits keep getting stuck under my thumb. All right. Cyclops is going to go medium straight. And yeah, I'm going to roll. There we go. So with 1 more shift provided by the thing, I'm going to shift up safely to 3. So that uses these 2. And then with the shift provided by the template, I'm going to remove 1 hazard. And hold that down and move Cyclops over to there. Then we come back to Sloppy Joe. Again, follow the leader. And roll. Shift, slide, shift. Okay, so we'll cancel with that, and then with the shift and the shift provided by the template, I will shift up to 3rd gear safely. And then move up. And then Manticon will go medium straight. Almost hitting that shipping container, not quite. And Manticon is going to use the hazard, use the shift from the thing to shift up once to 3rd gear. And that's everybody. So we move on to the 3rd gear, and we will do Meaner Wiener first, because they still have pole position. Meaner Wiener is going to let's see, in 4th gear now. So in 4th gear, I can do maybe a gentle turn. So I have a gentle turn, a hard turn, a turn. I think I'm going to go with the turn. Go with the turn template. I need to, yeah, that looks good. And so, going to then, I'm getting 1 hazard automatically, so I'm just going to put that onto the car right now. That's from the template, making making the turn at 4th gear. And rolling to see what I get. Shift, shift, and a hazard. So I am going to, I don't want to shift down. It might make it easier for me to turn more tightly if I'm slowing down, but then I'm not going to be able to go anymore if I do. So I'll cancel that. And with the shift, then I will just remove the hazard that I've taken and move wiener up to here, like so. So now I'm going to do something fun here. I'm going to use the experimental teleporter. I'm going to roll the shift dice, and if I roll anything but a hazard, then I can move him along template anywhere on the board. So slide, so he's good. And I'm going to move him. You can't change his facing, but what I'll do is I'll just put him here, and now he's crossed the line. So he's the first one to cross the line. Sorry, that was a medium, so let's put him back where he was here. It's long when the opponent rolls. So he's going to go to here instead. Now he still gets his normal movement, but he also gains 3 hazard tokens for that. 2, 3, which now puts him up to 4. Now he's still getting his movement, so he's got a, he's going to take a gentle turn here, and like so, put to his tires, and need to try to reduce some of those hazards. Not like that. So we're going to take a chance and re-roll these 2. There we go, perfect. So he's going to move to there. Okay, and so he's crossed the line. His weapons are now activated. And with 3 shifts, it's 3rd gear now. Probably wants to get to 4th gear. So that'll be to 4th gear safely, and then remove 1 hazard. Yeah, let's do that. So remove 1 hazard, and he's in 4th gear safely now. Okay, so now back to Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe is going to do a gentle turn, if I can find the template here. Here we go. Like so. Sloppy Joe has 1 hazard. In 3rd gear, this will not provide any more hazards, but does want it up to 4th gear, so it needs to roll. So we got a shift, spin, and a slide. So we definitely want that slide out of there. So we need to re-roll these. So we'll take 1 hazard to re-roll. Ooh, okay, so well, that's going to be it for Sloppy Joe. So the shift is going to cancel the slide, because otherwise I'd be slamming into that thing. I take 1 more hazard because that dice is left. So that's there. And then he's going to complete his move, like so. But that is going to end it because he's still in 3rd gear, and we're going, that was his 3rd gear turn, so that is going to be that. Then we go on to, oh, actually one thing I forgot was when Manticon crossed, he could take a quick shot at things. So we have 2 crew members in there, so both can fire, because the minigun is front facing only. So, oh wow, 2 6s. So the 2 6s means 4 hits. So each 6 counts as 2 hits. And Wiener is in 4th gear, so can roll 4 dice to evade, and evades 1 of them, so it takes 3 damage. So they have 10 normally, so down to 7. Down to 7. All right, back to this. I should probably not allow that if they're forgetting. So a gentle turn here. This is perhaps not the best move. I probably should have done a tighter turn. So this is in 3rd gear. 3rd gear provides no bonuses or penalties. And pickup check only has 1 but we need to try to shift up, so we're going to do as before. So there we go. We have our 2 shifts. So we're shifting up to 4th safely, and we're now in 4th gear. And looking like colliding with that post is quite likely. Okay, so now that is the end of the 3rd gear phase. So we go on to 4th gear. Slime maintains the pole position. Yeah, so because Manticon crossed the line, it doesn't mean pole position switches. It only switches when the person who has pole position crosses the line. That's when it's going to switch. So pole position still with Slime. And here comes Meaner Wiener. Just going to have to do a gentle turn, which in 4th gear doesn't provide benefits or penalties. And with only 1 hazard, no hazard, sorry, 7, got some damage, still has the nitro boost, and so let's start using those to indicate who's gone. We're going to go for it. We're going to, no, you know what, we're just going to keep it at that. Nothing really to be gained here by getting shift dice. Well, done now, but actually looking at that turn, I probably would have wanted to have slowed down a bit. Too late now. Let's see if Meaner Wiener can pull out of this one. And having gone there is, I think, dropping a template right now. I don't know if that's going to help. So we're going to leave the templates even for now. I'm not going to drop any glue or thing. Is going to take a shot though at, let's go for Manticon, the leader. So they have their pistols and 1 hit. Manticon is in 4th gear, 3, 4, and Manticon rolls the 6 to save it. Okay, so let's move on to Manticon, who is in 4th gear. So I think we can pull off a gentle. No, you know what? I'm going to be a little less safe and go with a turn. Well, more safe rather. Less safe from the perspective that it does give me a hazard. That actually looks nice. It's going to put me on a nice path here. So 4 gear gives me 1 hazard. So I'm down to 1 hazard. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So I'm just going to stay there with that. And voila. Keep the 1 hazard. I'm not going to roll any dice. Next we go on to Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe, I think, is just going to try and create a barrier for Cyclops to get through. So Sloppy Joe is going to make a gentle turn. Alright. Line that up properly on the wheels. There you go. And, oh, nope, Sloppy Joe's in 3rd gear. Sloppy Joe cannot go this turn. Sloppy Joe is done. So it's over to Cyclops, and I'm just thinking Cyclops, I think the swerve is the way I need to go here. Try to, you know, veer is not enough, and I'm not going to make a haircut. So let's see if I can avoid this with a swerve. Oh, just barely, but you know, the swerve, what I need here actually is the slide, because otherwise I'm going to hit right to the back of Meaner Wiener, which isn't a terrible thing. And we get the slide and a hazard. So there'll be 2 hazards. Now, pole position is switching because there, so I'm just thinking that Team Michigan will go first. So we will go with that. We'll just keep everything as is. So I'm getting 2 hazards for that maneuver. 1 for the hazard token, 1 because I am keeping the slide. And in 4th gear, I get another hazard for that, and I put the token in there and move him around like so. So yeah, I think we can pull out of that one and leave it there. And that is the turn. We go on to 5th gear, and there is nobody in 5th gear, so we can just reset this back down to 1. So we're back down to 1st gear. Everybody's getting ready to go, and it is Team Michigan. to begin. So I think that before any shenanigans happen, that Cyclops wants to get out of the way. So Cyclops, who's in 4th gear currently, so the best Cyclops can do in terms of turns, can't do a hard turn, just a regular turn. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to come around there. Works. That works. So he gains 1 hazard for the thing, and he's going to roll. Why not? 2, slide in a spin. Well, has to take a hazard token to reroll that, and a shift. Perfect. So, going to come around here, use the spin to face that way, and then clears all the hazards on the truck from crossing the line. Pole position now moves over to Team Slime, and the shift is, inconsequential. I don't need it, don't want it. Okay, and we go to, oh wait, before I forget, going to do the death laser on Wiener Wiener. The death laser fires is 360. It pivots with the eyeball here. It's everything underneath the template would be hit. There's no way I could get both of them, so I'm just going to go for the leader here, which is Wiener Wiener. So it's 3 dice, 2 hits, including 1 critical, so that's 3 altogether. You're in 4th gear, so rolling 4 dice to avoid damage, and avoids none of it, so that's 4 damage. So down to 3. No, sorry, it was 3 hits, down to 4. Okay, and then Wiener Wiener gets to go, and will obviously not use Nitro, but will is in 4th gear, so we'll do the hardest turn available, which is the turn. Really hoping for that spin. Whoop. So I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Well, can't argue with shift, shift, shift. So I'm getting 1 hazard from the thing, from the template, so that shift will cancel it. Come around here. And then with 2 shifts, I'm going to cancel 1. So, okay. Next then is Manticon. So Manticon is going to go in 4th gear, going to go medium straight. Like so. No rolls made. 1 shift on the template gives me 1 thing. I'm getting the car back under control. Then we go with Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe is going to go medium straight. Will not roll any dice, and we'll take the 1 hazard off. Crossing the line and passing pole position back to the leader. With Sloppy Joe, the gun is only front facing, so they're going to fire their guns at Cyclops. 2 hits for this crit, and then another hit, so that's 3 in total. 4th gear, trying to avoid 3 shots. Avoided 1, so they take 3 damage. So pickup truck has 10 points. No, it has 12 points. Takes 2 damage, so down to 10. And that is everybody gone for this. Pole position now with Team Mishkin. I think Cyclops is going to go first before Wiener can lay any traps down. So Cyclops in 4th gear will do a gentle turn. Not going to roll anything, just accept that. There's no hazards, no benefits, so we're good as that. Next we'll go with, so we'll take that off, so you've gone. We'll go with Wiener next. in fourth gear. Oh, sorry, we're in gear 2 now. So Wiener Wiener is in fourth gear. So we'll do a hard turn, but just a regular turn. And just, he's just by the narrowest of margins here, just scraping the edge there. Wait, before I make that turn. Wiener Wiener has no hazards. So yeah, we'll just accept the one hazard that's there. I don't need to worry about shifting or anything just yet. Move up to there. Take one hazard for the turn in fourth gear. And we will then use the pistols from the crew to shoot at Cyclops. So that's one hit with a crit. Cyclops is in fourth gear, so I can roll 4 dice to evade. Ooh, 3 1s and a 2. Good thing there's not a crit fail. So that's 2 more hits on Cyclops, down to 8. And we'll go on to Manticon. Manticon is just going to rinse and repeat, getting the Whizcar under control. Move forward and use the shift on the template to remove a hazard. Finally, we have Sloppy Joe, who's still in third gear, so can do a hard turn. And I think that's what he's going to do, or she's going to do. And it's going to give me a hazard automatically. And yeah, so let's roll some dice here. See what we get. Shift, spin. I think that's actually perfect. I think that is actually perfect, because what I can do there, I'm going to move. I'm going to spin to get myself more in line, just to make it better. Too bad I don't have the combat laser. Oh, actually, I don't think I have the range to hit both of them. But anyway, so I'm going to use my gun on top of the vehicle to shoot at Cyclops. And am I in range for the handgun? Yes, I am. Okay, so one crew member is using the gun on the top of the vehicle. Which is a minigun, so that's going to be 4 dice. That is 2 crits. That's 4 damage. And Cyclops is in 4th gear and avoids none of that, so he's now down to 1/3 of his starting health. He's at 4 hull points left. Pretty banged up, and then the gunner, not the gunner, the driver with the pistol misses. Cyclops. So Cyclops will go medium straight in 4th gear. So medium straight, he doesn't need to shift up or anything. So even the shift token on there is no need for him. So he's good. He will fire back again at Wiener Wiener, who is the more dangerous of the two, and nothing. 2, 2, and a 1, no hits at all. Let's move that up a bit now as we're advancing to that line. So then we'll go with Wiener Wiener. Now, Wiener Wiener is going to go medium straight in 4th gear. He's going to just stay there. Take off the template here. And finally, so we have Manticon next. Manticon is in 4th gear, and Manticon is going to go for a turn. Let's try and start getting around here. So in fourth gear, this is going to be an automatic hazard. And try to gain some control. Shift, shift, slide. So the slide cancels that, and the shift cancels one more hazard here. So we come around like so. Oh, and I forgot to actually, fair is fair, I'm going to do the gunshots against Cyclops. So that's 2 hits. Cyclops gets 4 dice to avoid. Avoids one of them, so that's 1 more damage down to 3. Okay, so that's everybody gone in the second gear. So now we're on to third gear. So third gear, pole position remains with Team Michigan. So I am going to... Cyclops is going to try and get out of here. And again, don't want to get stuck behind Meaner Wiener with those templates. So Cyclops, so let's just clear these. Cyclops is in fourth gear, so we're good. And I'm going to go let's just start going gentle turn. I think a medium straight might start taking me off the edge. So fourth gear, I'm still fine. No bonuses or penalties to doing this maneuver. We'll just take it and go around like so. And we're good. We will fire the combat laser at Meaner Wiener, and we get 3 hits with 1 crit and 1 5. Meaner Wiener is in fourth gear. Avoids none of them. So Meaner Wiener is down to its last wound. Last hull point. So, what next? So we are going to go with Meaner Wiener. And I think Meaner Wiener knows it's now or never. So we're going to use the MO token for the nitrous. And it's going to go long straight. And so that however many hazards you have, you go up to 5. So use that 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to 5 hazards. Still gets a movement here. And in fourth gear, what I'm actually looking to do is to pull off this special slide maneuver with where if you can hit side to side, you can pinball and get a free turn. And that could actually work well if too bad that Meaner Wiener only has like 1 health left, because probably going to die, but it would have been cool. Still could be cool. So fourth gear, I could do a gentle turn, or where's the turn? Turn is over here. Okay, let me just make sure I'm getting the camera angle right. I'm going to go with the gentle. Just for curiosity's sake, I want to see the turn would not have worked at all. So the gentle turn still may not work. No, it's not. Turn. Well, unless I get the slide. So I'm hoping for the slide here. I need the slide. So rolling 3 dice and shift, spin, and hazard. So I'm going to reroll them all. At this point, I just need. There we go. You got the slide. A couple shifts. Perfect. So I'm going to use the slide template like so. I'm going to hit here. I'm going to have a collision with Manticon. That worked out nicely. So we are going to do obviously declaring a smash attack. So when you do a smash attack into the sides, it is your gear. So I'm in fourth gear, so I'm doing 4 damage and elected smash. Manticon might choose to evade, but in this case it's just going to choose to smash back, try to destroy Meaner Wiener. So we're each taking 2 hazard tokens. So I think Meaner Wiener is going to be wiping out this turn anyway, so I don't think there's a chance of Meaner Wiener surviving this, but still, it's cool. So 4 dice against Manticon, and I get 2 hits and a crit, so that's 4 in total. And Manticon was not evading, so Manticon is down to 6. health remaining. Then Manticon is smashing back. Manticon is in 4th gear and rolls 1 hit, which was all that was needed. So Meaner Wiener is now a wreck. Okay, so what happens then is moves forward short straight, which puts him right here. There's that collision window, so he would have, but I mean, he's already hit him, so it's treated like he's not even there, like he's a ghost vehicle. So he's at that point now, at which point he becomes a wreck. So we do an explosion check. So ammo tokens, there's no more ammo tokens, so getting wrecked. So we're going to do on a 6. He explodes. He does not. So he is now wrecked and right in front of Manticon. So this could actually still work. So he is now a wreck right here. Come on, you have all those spikes and you can't hang on to that. All right, so he is now a flaming wreck right there. So that was kind of a cool finish for Meaner Wiener. Unfortunately, didn't get to drop any of those templates, though. So now we go over to Manticon, who has no choice really. He was going to do it. So, well, I guess the choice is to try to maybe gear down and minimize the damage here. So we are going to, let's see, so Manticon's in gear 4, so we'll do a, let's say, gear 4, we'll do a medium straight. Okay, so the medium straight then collides here. Gives 1 shift, and I'm going to roll 3 more dice. And spin hazard, oh no. Okay, so taking another hazard to try to gain some control, and shift slide hazard, not good. So you're going out of control too. So we can, well actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, not necessarily, because we have a shift on the template for the medium straight. So we're going to cancel the 2 dice here, and this dice is going to, oh sorry, shift cancels one of them, this shift cancels the other one of them. So that's a clean slate. So up to 5 hazards, so he's still, actually no, because then there's 2 for the 2 for colliding again. So he is going to wipe out. Okay, so roll the dice to see, it's a 6. So he didn't flip. So because I rolled a 6 and his gear was 4, he needed a 5 or 6, or 4, 5, 6. So he's just collided now. The other player can choose the facing, so they're going to face directly away from the direction he wants to go. So Manticon is now faced like so, which means that the game is still on. So Manticon is now down to gear 1, so it's not going any more this turn. All the hazard tokens are removed, but he's also almost dead. So we go on to Sloppy Joe. So Sloppy Joe has 3 hazards in 3rd gear, so probably wants to go up another gear here. So it's going to go medium straight. Get that automatic shift. Try and roll well. Okay, so with 1 more shift on there, that can cancel that. And then those 2 can gear him up to 4th safely. He comes to this position, and let's see if he can fire his guns at Cyclops. Yes, he can. So that minigun is firing at Cyclops, 4 dice. Oh, wow. That's 3 crits, so that's 6 damage. 6 damage, and Cyclops is at gear 4 and rolls no saves, so that actually kills Cyclops. So Cyclops goes forward short straight, and then on a 6 will explode. did not. So Cyclops is now wrecked here. Wow, this is exciting now. It's anybody's game still. So let's see. That is the end of the round. Everybody is gone. It's just down to... So Cyclops is now dead. We're now down to Manticon and Sloppy Joe. So Manticon can't go anymore because it's now the 4th gear. Manticon got put down to 1st gear when he wiped out. So Sloppy Joe is going to go. He's going to go medium straight. Just move there. Take the shift to reduce one of his hazards. It's imperative now to maintain control. He can sense that he can actually do this. He can actually win this one. Unfortunately, without turning, though, wasn't able to get a bead on Manticon. So maybe a turn might have been better, but them's the breaks. And didn't roll up for anything. So we go back down to 1st gear. And it's still pole position for Team Michigan. So Manticon is going to do a hairpin turn. Like so. In 1st gear, no problems, no hazards, also no shifts, and gets shift, slide, and a hazard. That's not a good way to start. So we'll take 1 hazard to re-roll those 2 dice here, the slide and the hazard. And we get 2 more shifts. Okay, so that's better. So we're going to come around like this. We are going to shift up to 2nd gear and use the other shift to reduce the hazard from shifting up, and then the other shift to get rid of the hazard that I just took. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to shift up to 3rd gear and take a 2nd hazard. So I've got 2 hazards then. And I'm in 3rd gear. Yeah. All right, and Sloppy Joe is going to take a turn. And literally take a turn. Maybe a gentle. Perfect. And in 4th gear, can do that with no penalties. We'll just not roll any dice. Just go ahead. Again, doesn't want to take any unnecessary chances at this point. And can now shoot the minigun at Manticon. So that's 4 dice for the minigun, front facing, and 0 hits. 1, 2, 3, 3. That is 0 hits. Okay. So he's gone. You've gone. On to gear 2. So Manticon in 3rd gear is going to make a hard turn. Getting 1 automatic hazard. Do I want to roll? No. Just take it, go. So Manticon moves up to there. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. Kill Manticon or go medium straight. Definitely put me out. Okay, I'm going to go with a turn. Turn like so. Actually, that's quite good. And the turn in 4th gear is going to give me 1 hazard, and I think I'm just going to take it. All right, on to 3rd gear. Oh, at this point, I can't fire my front-facing gun, but I can fire my pistols. So 2 pistol shots into Manticon, both miss. With a 2 and a 3. Now it is going to be pole position still with Team Michigan. So Manticon's going to go 3rd gear. Can't teleport across the line. I think I need to actually drive across the line. So I'm going to drive like so. And the teleportation has to be at the beginning. So I need to roll. Okay, so the template cancels that, and then these two are going to shift up safely to 4th gear. Crossing the line means that Slime now has the pole position. Slime's turn with Sloppy Joe. 4th gear, best I can do is the turn. So let's try that. Okay, so there's actually a collision happening here, side to side. Perfect, just like Slime likes it. So I am taking 1 hazard for that, and I don't want to wipe out here. So I need to roll some shift dice to, so I'm going to take 2 hits from the collision, so I need to roll some more shifts. Take 1 more, this is desperation here. And, okay, so that cancels that. That cancels one of those, but still means I'm going to be wiping out. It wasn't good enough, I needed all shifts at that point. Okay, so 2 hazards for the collision for each of us, which hopefully makes Manticon rethink any of these shenanigans of teleportation. Anyway, so it's 4th gear, and Manticon's going to elect to evade this time. So rolling here, that's 3 damage by Sloppy Joe. Oh, you know what I've been forgetting is that's 2 more damage by Sloppy Joe, because they have side rams. So that's 2 more damage, so that's no saves. So 5 damage, so you're down to 1 health. So Sloppy Joe really needs just to survive. Well, actually, and let's, immediately gets a free movement. So before any of this, okay, so actually this is not necessarily going to be a wipeout for Sloppy Joe, because I get a full movement step again, which to my mind means that I'm going to be using the templates and everything. I can get this back under control. So I've currently got 6 things, but if I just go medium straight here, like so, and don't roll, I can reduce 1. Now I'm down to 5. So Sloppy Joe's actually pulling it off. Okay, let's just see if we can, never mind, pull it off. Let's see if we can finish it off. 2 crew members firing their guns at Manticon, and we get 1 hit. This could be it if Manticon doesn't roll a 6. 4 dice. 1 6. Manticon lives. Oh wow. Yeah, Manticon is going to go for the gusto here. Going for that teleport. Oh no, can't. Teleport, I'd have to have gone into 5th gear. You have to be in 5th or 6th gear, then you recharge the teleporter. So I've already used it once, so I can't use it again. So yeah, we are simply going to, okay, so actually what's going to happen here is in order to do that teleporter, I think I'm going to need to go up to 5th gear, and I want to recharge that. So we're going to swerve here, gaining a hazard token. And then I'm going to try, I need to do some of these. I need to shift spin. And the swerve in this thing is giving me another hazard. So I'm taking the 2 shifts there, and that's going to put me safely up to 5th. Okay, and now, because we're in 5th gear, Michigan's going to get to go again. Just take a long straight, nothing too fancy. And now that it's gone long straight, it can now the teleporter is actually recharged. And that is that. So nobody's in gear 6. We go back down to gear 1. Pole position remains with Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe, what can you do, buddy? You can't go long straight. Got the minigun though. Just go medium straight. Didn't quite reach it for the ram. Gonna fire the minigun. One hit. 5 dice to save for Manticon. Oh, wow. 3 saves. So Manticon saves that. So it all comes down to this. If Manticon can just make a teleport roll, he has done it. And it is a shift. Manticon is going to move anywhere up to medium. I'm just going to put this on the front of him so I don't change the facing. Like so. And then he's going to do his movement of a gentle turn in 5th gear, which is going to give him a hazard. It's going to wipe him out. But he has crossed the finish line and he has won the game. Wow, that was incredible. I know I'm playing against myself here, but sometimes even just doing that can be a lot of fun. And this was a lot of fun. This was ups and downs, and I didn't know who was actually going to pull. I thought maybe Sloppy Joe was going to turn around and try and head on collide with Manticon to stop him, but turns out he almost had it without that. Very, very close. So many chances, but just Manticon managed to pull it out in the end and squeak across with that amazing Michigan teleporter. Absolutely love it. All right, well, thanks very much for joining me on this one. And if you like this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe down below. You can always make requests for other games you might like to see battle reports done of, because I do enjoy doing them. It's just not my usual thing, but I still think it's a great way to learn the game. So for people who are interested, can watch my channel also to find out how to play the games by watching me play them. All right, take care. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me?